Hi you guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. For this week's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I get my flawless full coverage foundation. This has been my foundation routine for probably the past couple months, I want to say. Definitely all of 2021 I've been doing this whole routine. I've gotten kind of in a groove of it, so I think it's pretty easy to me, but I know it's going to take a lot of practice and a lot of trial and error. I would definitely consider this a full coverage foundation routine. If you're interested in learning my tips and tricks and my whole foundation routine, keep on watching. First, I want to start off by saying I was lucky enough to be sent these 3 serums from Nicka K, New York. They had contacted me in hopes of me trying out their products and letting you guys know how I like them. So far, I love them. I tend to use the Brighten Vitamin C serum in the morning and the Replenish Vitamin E in the afternoons or nights when I take my makeup off, and the Hydrate Hyaluronic Acid for whenever I feel like I need a little bit of hydration in my skin. So today I'm going to be using the Brighten, the Vitamin C serum, because it is not morning, I would say mid-afternoon, but still some brightness. I feel like these serums really close up my pores and create just a smooth base to put your foundation on, make it look good and last all day. Now that I have my face serum on, I always go in with my Kylie Skin eye cream. I just feel like sometimes I wake up and I kind of have a little bit of dark circles under my eyes, and this always just helps me correct it and create just a flawless base. And I always drag it up from right here, kind of all the way to my hairline to create that kind of snatched look. Last up is skin. I always go in with my Oil of Olay Moisturizer to make sure that my skin underneath is always hydrated underneath all of the makeup that we're about to put on, so I don't break out as much. I feel like a lot of people forget that if you're gonna wear a lot of makeup on your skin like this every single day, you also have to take care of your skin. Now I'm going in with the Morphe Revitalizer Foundation Primer. Just taking a little bit on my finger like that. Putting on forehead, mostly on my cheeks or where I feel like my pores kind of need to be filled in. Alright, now the part that you guys all came here for. Foundation. So the foundation I'm using today is the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage. This is the longest name of foundation. The Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation in the shade Porcelain. I'm also going to be using a damp beauty blender for foundation today. I always pump out a little onto my hand and then dip in with my finger. Pat it on like that. And just blend it out. I always make sure to like pat it in instead of like dragging it, because I always feel like that creates kind of more of the cakey look that people associate with wearing like a full face of makeup. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now because we're gonna go in with concealer after, and you can always go in one more time before concealer if you feel like you need to cover up anything. And you always gotta make sure you go back in and blend the 2 sections that you just did together, so it looks nice all around. Make sure you get under here too so you do not have that line. I know your foundation should match and everything, but even if there's the littlest difference in the skin tone and your foundation, you can just tell. So you gotta just make sure you drag, well, I just told you not to drag, but in this case, I dragged down my neck. Okay, now that the foundation's done, we're gonna go in with a little bit of a cream contour. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Suede. I'm gonna squeeze a little out, not too much, just a little. Like right there. And a little bit on your temples, and just a little right there. So to blend this in, I'm going to be using a different beauty sponge. I use this for my concealer and my cream contour. I use this side for my concealer and this side for my cream contour. So you're just going to go in and blend that in. And you want to make sure this is damp so that it blends the products together really nicely and really seamlessly. Once you have all of that blended out, now it's time for concealer. My favorite concealer is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Today I'm using the shade Fair Neutral. So I focus my concealer mainly right here on the inner corner of the eye and right there on the outside. Do that on both sides. I also like to bring the concealer above my jawline right here, just to emphasize my cheekbone a little bit more. To set all of this, I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the Translucent shade. I always just use the top and just dump some out like this. And I'm using just like a fluffy brush to go in and just dip it in, shake off the excess. I'm just kind of leaving it, the excess powder there for a second, so we can soak it all up and make sure that it lasts all day and doesn't get oily or greasy. I start off by going over all of the places that I just did the concealer first. As I'm brushing it off, I tend to go over all the places of my face. Make sure you also set your neck because you don't want it getting on your clothes or anything. Now that we have everything set and in place, I'm going in with the Kylie Cosmetics Pressed Bronzer Powder in the shade Almond. It's very loved. This is one of my favorite bronzers I've honestly ever used. I'm using that same brush, kind of pinching it together, a little bit of a buffing brush I would call it, I guess. And I just do like little circles with a gentle hand. I'm sorry if I keep looking over here, my mirror is over here. Continuing to put most of your product towards closest to your ear and then dragging it outwards like this. And going up to your temples, above your brow, that whole area. Make sure you get it in right up into your hairline too, because you don't want that to like give away that you're wearing makeup almost. And just kind of go over all of the places that you had put the cream contour just to emphasize it, and also put it on your jawline right here, just to create like a shadow effect almost, make your face like stand out a little more. Okay, now for your nose. I'm using that same pressed bronzing powder, but going in with a like flat fluffy brush almost. So now I'm looking in this little mirror. I start up here and slowly drag the product down to right about here, but I don't go past the like bridge of my nose. Do that on the other side. And then blend it out a little bit downwards. Just gently, not too heavily. Taking a flat angled brush, you're gonna go in and create kind of an illusion that your nostrils are going longer than they are. Trust me, it might look silly right now, but it's an illusion. And then also go a little bit past where your nose naturally curves, and just connect those two lines together. Or three lines together, like this. And then go in with a clean, big, fluffy brush and just blend it all out. And at this point in time, I always like to go in with a little bit of setting spray before I put the highlighter on, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. I'm using the Revlon Photo Ready Prep, Set, and Refresh spray. I'm just gonna spray that all over. And for highlighter today, I'm using the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder in the shade the Iridescent Pearl. Like I've said in my past videos, this is my favorite highlighter I've ever used, probably. For that reason. And I always like to go in my Cupid's bow, and also using a circular brush. I like to go in and highlight the inner corners of my eyes too, below my brow, on my brow bone. And then taking an even smaller brush, put some right on the tip of your nose, right here, on the like middle of your nose, and kind of drag it down a little bit to create that highlighted area. Go back in and just kind of, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope this helped you learn something on how to get a flawless base and foundation that will last you all day. Also, if you're interested in seeing how I did my eye makeup today, I'm uploading a video later on this week, so keep your eyes out for that. Again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for videos just like this every single week. Alright, bye guys. Last step of skin, I always go in with my oil. Oh my god, I gotta stop laughing. If you just let it go and you end up falling asleep, it's just not, you're not gonna be a happy camper. Okay, cut that out. Just shut the fuck up right then. Okay, gotta get going. Now I'm using my Morphe, what the fuck is this?